It's day one, week one of several to come. Hopefully not too many. We got to get back on the water and head south. We're super excited, but we're thrilled to be here. Last night was just fantastic first night. We celebrated with beer and the neighborhood. We invited a bunch of people over to our trailer. People came, people went, new people came. Group effort to get a little fire going. It was perfect. It was a perfect evening. It was great meeting everybody. It was great meeting a lot of new people. And we're looking forward to being a team in the boatyard, helping where we can, and people have offered to help us where they can. And it's really great. A lot of really great people. So anyway, let's get started. It looks like a fun job.
Yeah, this is great.
Wow.
Clean this baby all up.
Nice.
Pretty good.
Yeah, I have more of a flat profile.
It's metal.
So is that a good thing?
Yeah, metal I think is probably better than plastic one.
Yeah, it's like it starts right over
Practically
here.
30 feet. I mean, it's
It goes to
from
right
that
over
port
here.
light. Yeah, you know what it is? It's from decal to decal. That is a long ways.
Yeah. Cheers to our first day.
Yeah, day one at the yard. Worky, worky.
When we first hauled out here, we told Salvador that we were going to stay here 4 weeks, 6 weeks max. We had to be out in 6 weeks because we need to get back on the water. We're heading for Mazatlan. We have family coming to visit, and we're so excited to get back on the water. The first night we arrived, we stayed in the lift. The next day they moved us over to the main lot. We're kind of in the middle of the main lot with literally just enough room between us and a few other boats on the back wall to move the lift for others to get in and out. It's kind of intense watching the lift literally be 2 inches away from your boat. I mean, it's kind of scary, but anyway, unfortunately when they moved us, I don't know how it happened, but something busted one of our underwater lights. I don't know if it was one of the tripods holding up the boat or they backed a ladder into it or something, I don't know. So anyway, one of our underwater lights broke. Very disappointing, but the replacement of that light fixture is actually like 3 times brighter than what we currently have. So we ended up buying 2 more underwater lights to replace the one that's broken and then one on the opposite side.
These are my new dinghy Davit winches from Harbor Freight. I'm replacing the old ones because these come with the dynamic tow straps on them instead of steel cable. I'm really happy about the dynamic because it's going to act so much more smoothly, I think. The other winches, you know, would crawl up on the top and then with the load it would slip down to the next layer and it would jolt the boat, you know, and it just drive me nuts. And they were getting old, and I was able to upgrade from 5,000 pounders to 5,500 capacity, which as a side note could be a little bit misleading because the 5,000 is only when it's on the first wrap of the spool. So when you get out here like this, it's only like 2,000 or something like that. But I think we have somewhere in the neighborhood of a 1,500 pound Zodiac, so we're going to be way okay with this. Plus I'm going to put new cable. I'm going to wire, instead of the 1/0 that's on here now, runs from the battery bank to the controls for the winch. I'm going to go with 4/0. That's going to be awesome. The place I went to buy the bolts didn't have the right length, so I'll have to cut off a 1/2 inch of 8 bolts. Also, I changed out the galvanized steel bolts that came with it. Last time I was in Redding, I changed them out to stainless steel. This is an aluminum mounting plate, and aluminum and galvanized steel doesn't get along very well, especially in this environment.
They're so much prettier than those rust buckets we had.
Yeah, there's the rust buckets over there. Have a look.
Yeah. Even though we're on the hard, I am still using my kitchen for some things, and today I am using my oven for the very first time. I'm gonna make pizza with homemade pizza crust. Hawaiian, of course, because it's our favorite. And I have an awesome homemade recipe for the pizza sauce, which is super easy, and you're almost guaranteed to have all of the ingredients on hand. I'll put the recipe in the description in case you're interested. It's really yummy and super easy. Water has just arrived today. It's awesome. We've been requesting it for several days now. We are completely out of water in the camper. Awesome.
Yeah, water. And I didn't have to make it.
We're gonna
fill both sides.
Fill both sides. About 500 gallons of water is what we're getting right now.
I don't know.
We're guessing.
We're just gonna empty his tank. He said that's a 500-gallon tank.
Okay.
Which looks enormous. I didn't know we had tanks that big.
We have been quoted 13 pesos for 5 gallons of water. That is about 50 cents for 5 gallons of purified water. That's awesome. Okay, so the boat drank 820 gallons of water. Man, she must have been dry. I think it holds 920 or 30 total. And the RV was about 50 gallons of water. So 13 pesos times 5 gallons. Really good deal.
What you been doing, hon?
Getting dirty. I'm polishing the swim ladder brackets, the support brackets to attach to our stairs going up and down the boat. We could finally get back on the boat from the water. Very, very excited, but it is definitely a dirty job.
Good job, hon. Looks good.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We put in almost 7,000 pounds of water today. It has been a good day. Oh, I think I have, oh honey, you didn't tell me I have. Oh gosh. Anyway, today was a productive day. We polished the stainless bars for the stair swim ladder, and you've got all the gear out of the lazarette so that we can install the winches.
I gutted all the electronics and wiring for the 2 Davit winches, and so now I can reinstall all new gear.
We walked to the junkyard chandlery around the corner, so a couple blocks away. Pretty good day, I'd say.
Yep.
Okay, that was day 3 in the yard. More to come, much, much more to come.
This is the retractable swim ladder contraption that we bought from West Marine, and this is the adapter bars that my brother Jeff welded up in Reading. It's stainless steel. It's ASTM A316 stainless, and Jeff polished them up to where they're almost a mirror finish, which is awesome. It looks beautiful. And we actually had a hard time finding this 316 tube, which is it's the best material for a boat because it doesn't corrode, even like ASTM A304 does. And so we had to go to Stockton, California to get this stuff, and it was like one bar 8 feet long was $150 or something crazy like that. So anyway, we did it, and here we are, and I've drilled all the holes. All we need to do is put 4 of my ASTM A316 stainless steel bolts through, and we're going to be set. We'll be able to get on the boat after going swimming.
Woohoo! That's super exciting.
It's finishing up.
Yeah?
I got to get power to it from the battery, house battery bank. But other than that, there's a power switch to the Davit right here. My controls are all buried right here, tucked in along the side.
Part of the enjoyment of living in a camper or on your boat here in Puerto Penasco yard. Late night parties, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and apparently also Sunday night. Starts at sundown and can go till 5 a.m. Lots of fun. go ahead. Oh, good job.
Got her.
Got her down. That is slick. Well, that's it. That's the 12th and final battery. We are officially dead in the water. Now it's time to connect the other 4 that we just bought.
This is lighter than one of those others.
I know. It's awesome. We installed the 4 lithium batteries and then began the process of running 4/0 cable from bow to stern in the boat. Oh my goodness. I mean, we've just started it. It's so much work. And Chris has spent a lot of time trying to remove old wires so we can make room for this, which was once 1/0 is now 4/0 cable. And it's going to be, the power is going to be so much better for our battery bank. It's going to be incredible, but we'll talk more on that later when we actually finish the install. That looks good. We found out that there's a place in Mexicali, which is about 4 hours away from Puerto Penasco, that re-galvanizes anchors and chain, which is fantastic at pennies on the dollar for the cost of a new one. I think it's around $4,000 for us to get new chain, which is about 200 feet, ½ inch. But for somewhere around $300, we could have our anchor and our chain re-galvanized. They do an acid wash and then they do a hot dip galvanizing, and it's pretty awesome. We've seen others that have had their chain done here in the yard, but we have not seen ours back yet. It takes like 3 weeks. But we did take the drive up to Mexicali. Such a beautiful drive. There are some pretty gnarly potholes. I mean, some like the size of a small car on parts of the road between Puerto Penasco and Mexicali. But it is so beautiful. It's just absolutely worth it. Lots of really interesting scenery.
Chive. This is a chive factory.
Anyway, we found out that there was somebody else here that also wanted to have their anchor chain re-galvanized. That we made a deal where we picked up their anchor chain and we took all of the chain and our anchor to Mexicali, and then a couple of weeks when it's finished, they will then go to Mexicali to pick it all up. That's awesome. Bravo. So the way it works is you have all of your anchor and chain in the back of the truck, and you drive over their scales, and then they remove the anchor and the chain, and you drive over the scales again, and that's how they measure it in weight. So while we are on the hard, I've been recording for 2 weeks, and then I edit, and then I upload. So everything that you see on this video happened about 2 weeks ago. So we're trying to stay as current as possible with our videos. We've always tried to do that. Anyway, I have to say it's pretty difficult to record and work and then edit it and try to get it online. So I appreciate your patience. I know we used to do this weekly, and every other week is as best as I can do.
How long you been doing this?
Man, almost my life, my friend.
Whole life, whole life.
Oh, baby.
So, okay, back to work. Thank you so much for watching. We so appreciate you. We'll see you next time.